not gonna lie, I don't want to be here forever. I mean,
Neither.
I don't know about you guys,
I
but I don't
don't.
want to be here forever.
No. No.
I feel like this is like the longest one.
Yeah, this one's pretty long.
You know what I just realized? I don't even need to be recording this. Oh well, it's fine.
We don't have to turn it in.
There's no group collaboration for this one, but that's fine.
Oh.
No big deal to me.
Okay. I got mine open, so whenever everybody's ready.
I'm almost ready. Okay. I think I'm ready. Okay. When we only get one free question.
Too bad we didn't get 42 free questions.
I know, that would be nice too. Holy crap, 40. It's too many. Okay.
So number 2 is C, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not telephone numbers and it's not common brands, so C.
Okay.
Because quantitative is what you can attach a number to, right?
Right.
Well, quantitative is a measurement.
Right.
Whereas categorical.
Categorical would be the other ones.
Okay.
Phone numbers are numbers, but they're not a measurement of anything.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So 3 is B. I think
I feel good about that. You're a quick reader. Did you go through this before, Bailey?
I went through like the chapter 24 or whatever.
Okay. So if that's the case, won't the median increase?
Okay. Catch.
That's funny. I was going to open it up and actually input that.
Do you know that number?
Hey, that's fine too. It's the easiest way to do it.
I think the median will stay the same, but I'm not sure.
Because wouldn't
it should go up if it was 12, but it should have been 21.
Well, the median isn't a calculation. It's just like you line up all the numbers from smallest to largest and then pick the middle one, right? That's the median.
Or is it C, it's not possible to determine this without the full data?
I feel like I put that before and got it wrong, but I don't know.
Because it's saying 1 to 99 is what it is, and it just leaves a ... in the middle, so we don't have most of the data.
Right.
Well, I think that's a good point, though, Bailey, that they're not asking for the mean.
They're asking for the median.
For the median.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think you're right. I think it is C since... No, I mean D.
Okay.
Because 21 won't affect, because we already see that there's a 21 and a 25. It won't change sort of like the upper end of how the median's calculated.
Because it's just the middle number, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if that 21 number was the median, then it would increase, but I don't think it is.
I doubt it.
So I don't. Yeah.
I mean, the likelihood of that happening is pretty slim, I feel like.
Especially if it's number 3 on the list.
Yeah,
Mm,
I concur.
okay. Can you hear me chew my gum?
Mm-mm.
Okay, good. I don't want to like annoy you guys.
I can't hear it.
No, I can't either.
Okay.
7 minutes.
If I could, I would be like, wow, Bailey, that is so rude of you to chew your gum. Like, you sound like a...
Well, I was eating cereal one time and my other group could totally hear me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I thought if you could hear my kids crying in the background, then you could probably hear that.
Them we could hear, but I think you're fine.
Okay.
So I think 5 is 95.0 because it's 2 standard deviations away from the mean.
Okay.
Or am I?
Standard deviations, so you're saying that it's 68?
Well, no, the
He's saying
one
that it's
standard
95.
deviation is the 99.7, 2 is 95.
Oh,
So what I understand is that we're just looking at the left tail because it says what percentage of students will complete the exam in under 50 minutes.
Mhm.
So I think you've got the 2 standard deviations, right, which is 95, but then we just need that left tail.
how do we get that?
So 95 minus 100, we would get both of the tails.
Yeah.
Right? And then divide that by 2, and we'd get 2.5.
So 2.
So let me open that applet. Okay, so then we go like that. 0.025. Oh wait. Yeah, so the z-score. Shoot. Okay, yeah, so then we convert this area to a percentage. So we move the decimal place over
0.3
2 carries.
or 2.28.
I got 2.5.
Yeah, that would
So the z-score for the 95th percentile is 1.96.
okay.
You put that in the z-score and then
Okay, that's what.
just click the left tail. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I didn't do the 1.960, so I see that now. So 2.5.
Yeah, I was just clicking around.
Okay.
I didn't do it the best way, but
I think that makes sense.
okay.
All right, 5 down.
I have this too.
What, Bailey?
No, I don't. I deleted it. Never mind.
You're fine. Okay. All right.
And you guys can help me on the next one because I looked through it, but I'm like totally lost.
Yeah,
Oh wait, we just have to like find X or something, right?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Trying to
don't
remember how to do these ones.
Or I don't remember how to do these.
I think I put it in my notes, but
Oh, let me go grab my notes. Hold on, my big notes. Please hold.
okay.
Yeah, I don't have this in my exam notes, but I remember doing this on some of the homework ones. I just don't remember what lessons.
Maybe we would put 0.35 in the area on the applet. Shoot. 35%. Maybe that's it.
This is how sad this is. I make all these notes before I make a page.
Let's see. Oops. Seems familiar.
I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
okay.
going to mute myself for a second.
Sounds good. All right. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I feel like I need to go back through all my lessons to try and find this one.
Mm-hmm. $35.
Sorry, I am collecting all the letters for the Girls for Girls camp. And that is the worst nightmare of my entire life. I've done it almost every year for the last 3 years. And there's parents that legitimately will not write a letter.
Seriously?
No joke. I had a lady tell me she didn't have time.
What?
So I wrote her daughter a card instead because I was so mad.
Well, that's nice of you.
I don't know. Kids deserve to be loved. So sorry about that, guys.
Okay, so I found in lesson 5 where it says calculating percentiles. And it looks like you put what you're solving for in the area of the applet. So we'd put 0.35. and we would highlight the middle and the left tail of the curve there. And that gives you a z-score.
.385.
So now it looks like we take the, it says that, well, hold on, let me keep reading. So how do we solve for, so
Whenever I select the area and as 0.35, and then I select both the middle and the left, it always
Mine
changes.
gets rid of one and only does the left. Is that what yours says?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, okay. So if we know that the z-score is 0.385,
How do you know that?
that's on the applet, right?
Yeah. Yeah, .385.
Negative 385.
Yeah, or positive. So,
Well, what are we looking for? Like, are we looking for
For the 35th percentile. So let me see
a
if
number?
if you go to if you click at the top of the wiki, do you guys have the wiki open?
yeah, I have the wiki open.
Go to lesson 5.
Okay.
It's 3.4 in the lesson.
Okay.
And it looks like if we know what the z-score is and the mean and the standard deviation, we solve for x, which is what we don't know, which is what we're trying to find out. So if it's negative 0.385 equals x minus, what's the mean? The mean is 150.7. And the standard deviation is 10.2.
Oh, okay. I just saw Ontario requires a minimum score of 157, so that's what I used. But that's not right.
Hold on. I'm gonna grab a pen. Here. So.
So I think it's 146.773.
Okay. Let me check for you.
Which sort of would jive with what the mean is and the standard deviation. And so 146.7 is what I got.
Hold on. Okay. So we know that the z-score is 0.385, right?
Yeah, I think it's a negative. I think it's important that we do the negative 385.
You think it's negative?
Yeah, because we're looking for the 35th percentile, which would be that left tail, would be the z-score on the left side.
Okay.
So what did you get again?
I got 146.7.
Okay.
And then what do we put as the u, just so I can make sure I'm...
The mu is 150.7.
And then the standard deviation of 10.2.
10.2, yeah.
And is it 146.7 or 0.8?
I guess it would be 0.8. That's, yeah.
Kyle, can you take him out? Yeah, I got 146.8. That's what you guys got, right?
Yeah. Ooh, that was rough.
I think it's just been a long time since we've
It has been. Well, it's less than 5.
Yeah. Freak. Okay.
So it says in the question that the distribution of the number of cancer spots is right skewed.
So doesn't that mean it's right?
Yeah, I'm guessing that that's the answer.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I concur. Okay. So same formula, right?
No, this would be the z-score formula, which is, go through my notes.
So we do 8550 is our X bar because it's the sample mean minus mu, which is our population mean, and then divided by 12 divided by the square root of 20.
20.
So it'd be 8550 minus 8544 divided by 12 divided by the square root of 20.
Mm-hmm.
I almost don't miss this stuff.
One of the things I will not miss about this class.
I'm glad I don't have to take like 2 halves of this.
Mm-hmm.
Greg, did you find out you have to take just 1 half of accounting or both halves?
I have to take both. Brutal.
Bless you. I'm sorry.
So 2.118, that's what I got.
Sorry.
So that would be the z-score.
I got 2.236.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. So 6 divided by...
You did 8550 minus 8544?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
So
Yeah, I
6
got
divided
2.23.
Okay.
What did you guys get? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I got 2.236.
Yeah, I got that now. I don't know what I did the first time.
No, you're fine.
Okay. It's all good.
So 2.236.
2.23. What is the probability that the sample mean capacity of 50 randomly selected tanks will be greater than 80/40? So then do we just...
So we plug in the z-score.
With the middle shaded?
And it should be...
Is that just with the middle shaded, Greg?
Hold on. So greater than 8450, 8540.
Yeah, so we need to change that X bar. And we need to change N. So,
Yes, so we can't plug in the last z-score into the probability app because they've changed the problem, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. But the rest of the data stays the same, right?
8540.
So,
oh, yeah, so the standard deviation stays the same and mu as well.
So it would be 8540 minus 8544 or 8550 minus 8540?
8540 minus 8544.
Divided by 12, divided by the square root of 50, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I knew we were going over this, I would have kept my calculations.
You're fine.
So now we have to plug that z-score into the applet.
We got 2.357.
Okay, so I got negative 2.357.
Negative. Yeah, negative. I don't know how to put negative on my calculator, so I just go with it.
Since it's asking us for greater than, we should only highlight the right tail.
Yeah, I got negative 2.357 now. I'm really slow, guys. Is that what you guys got?
Yeah. So I think the answer is 0.009.
Yeah, 0.0092. So yeah, 0.009.
Let's see. Yeah, I agree.
I remember this one from a bunch of these quizzes. I think it's A.
I think so too. Like we've had this question a lot.
Yeah. Hopefully they didn't reword it.
That would be kind of cruel, I'm not gonna lie.
Did we?
What, Bailey?
So I think I get these two mixed up, but it also asks you a question about the p-value, like the definition of the p-value.
Yeah, you're right.
And
this is asking about something else.
So I think this one might be B, but I mean, I'd like you guys' input.
Yeah, because the level of significance is usually that sigma that's 0.05.
Mm-hmm. And sigma is the probability of a type 1 error, right?
Yeah. Or is that D? That's really the...
I don't
Isn't that like the basis by which you would reject the null hypothesis is the level of significance?
Yeah, but it's not defined as that.
Okay.
Well,
B it is.
okay.
I like B.
I don't know.
I don't know if I don't feel strong enough to change B, so I like B.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to see if I can look at one more thing.
Okay. Level of significance.
Wait, I'll see if I have anything in my notes too.
The probability of a type 1 error.
Okay, cool.
I'm almost positive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
I mean
note
that's
says
usually like a good rule of thumb is just defer to what Bailey said.
no. I want you guys to input
No,
because
for
I
real.
have no idea.
We're being serious, Bailey. It's a
Yeah.
compliment. Just take it.
Well, thank you. Okay. But in my note says that A is the definition of the p-value. So. Okay.
Yeah, this question again.
Is it C?
I think C and E could be it.
Mark all that apply. Yeah, it's definitely C. And yeah, I think it's C and D too.
C and E?
C and D.
Oh, C and D? But we don't want to say there's
we don't like the word chance.
no
That's right.
chance statements ever. So
Yeah, so C and E.
Okay.
Does it tell us the data is normal?
Yeah, their data follow a normal distribution.
So it's B?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's B.
Because it's definitely not A.
No, it's 16 is too small.
Mm-hmm. Are you okay with B on 12, Bailey?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's check the answer key. I like that's your new nickname, Bailey.
You guys give
Answer
me too
key.
much credit.
No, Bailey, we're just speaking the truth because usually 9 times out of 10, if Greg or I are like, no, I think it's this one, you're usually right 9 times out of 10.
No.
No, I'm being serious. If you look back at like the times that Greg and I are like,
we actually, it's recorded. We could actually prove this.
yeah, we've recorded.
It's recorded, yeah. We should have made that our group study.
Yes.
That would have been funny, actually.
That would have been so serious.
What's the probability of Bailey being right?
95.5%.
You guys, you're making me blush.
That's why Greg and I struggled for some of those weeks that you weren't here, and our videos were like an hour long or more to answer a short quiz because Greg and I both were like, oh crap, I don't know how to answer this. Let's try and figure it out. I swear we study, right, Greg?
I do.
I know we
Don't
do.
necessarily retain it.
I have a good excuse. I just don't know what yours is, Greg.
The only reason I do okay is because I study like right before we talk about it. So.
Oh no, that's why.
Or else I would forget everything.
Okay. And Greg, I'm just teasing. There's nothing. You don't need an excuse.
There's nothing to apologize. It's true. Okay, so I plugged in the rates of return into the quantitative descriptive thing.
Okay.
And I don't know if that was the right one to plug it into.
I'm like, which one do I use?
I think that's the right one to plug it into.
Okay. Okay, let me find that.
I think I should have used the one sample t-test one for the quantitative.
There it is. So you use quantitative descriptive?
That's the one I just opened up, yeah. Is that not right?
No, I'm just making sure that I'm not crazy. And you put it in the histogram and descriptive statistics one?
No, I'm sorry. I have the quantitative inference one open, and I use the one sample t-test.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm not seeing what you're talking about. There we go.
It only gives us one set of data.
Okay. So I got a p-value of 1.
Yeah, that's what mine says.
Did I miss anything? What did you get?
I got 1, 2, but
Answer key.
Yeah, we're doing. So we're doing lower than.
I did greater than.
that's gonna be.
Okay.
But
I got 0.87.
for greater than or less than, which one are we doing?
Well,
Worse than, significantly worse than, so it would be less than.
Okay.
I got 0 when I put less than.
I got
0.12.
2.1184 e to the negative 14, so 0.000.
For the p-value? Oh, wait a minute. What's the null hypothesis cell supposed to be?
Mine is 10, but I don't know if that's right.
So they're trying to determine whether there was a substantial decrease. So I think we should go less than.
What should we put for the null hypothesis, though?
Oh.
That doesn't change the p-value, though, I don't think.
Yeah, it is.
Something's wrong with my math thing, then, because my p-value is 0.
Really?
What is your n value 39?
Yeah.
And your mean is for variable 1 is negative 1.107.
And standard deviation of 6, and then the next one is 0.961.
Yeah. What's
So
your t?
you may have set yours up so that it doesn't do the e to the negative whatever thing, because
yeah.
differently, then it's only going to show you zeros because it's so many zeros out.
Yeah.
That might be wrong.
So yours basically says 0 too. It just okay.
Yeah.
We're going with 0.000.
Decimal places to the left from where it currently is, which is 0.
So is the null hypothesis 500? Because
No, the 500 is
which
the
one
S&P
are we on? Are we
500.
on
It doesn't give you a
14?
Yeah, it doesn't give you a null hypothesis, does it?
It doesn't.
I like 0.
Okay.
All right, 0.000.
And we're going less than for the type of test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 0.128.
Wait, what?
Ooh.
No? Okay. Let's see what
What's the null hypothesis set to? Haley.
I have it set to 0. But that doesn't change anything.
It changes the
That
p
does
value.
change the p-value.
It changes it to 0.12827.
Yeah, that's what I got.
I know, but if you leave it at what it was and leave it at 10, then it's 0.000.
But that 10 is just a holdover from.
So should we put 0.128?
So where did we get the 10 for the null hypothesis?
It was
No.
just in there
That was just in the file. That was.
Oh,
when you open it.
okay.
But it doesn't give us. It doesn't give us enough information to know if it's.
Yeah.
But 0 makes more sense than 10 or some other random number that. Eight. I'm gonna go with that instead. I changed my mind.
Wouldn't the null? Hold on. Wouldn't the null hypothesis be 0.95 or? Am I thinking about this too hard?
No, I don't think they don't give you the data anywhere. The only other thing I can think of is what if you plugged in the mean value? 1.107 negative.
I don't think we know the mean though.
Well, it calculates. Well, yeah,
There's
it calculates the mean of the 39 months that you put in.
Well, that's the that's the sample mean.
Yeah.
But I think the mean up here means the population mean, doesn't it?
The mean of variable 1, which is the sample mean. I like 1.28. 0.128.
Okay.
Okay.
Financial economist.
It'd have to be dependent, right? So B. Because he's studying married couples.
Yeah. Because the husband's income, I don't think it depends on his wife's income.
Right.
It's just whether her husband is included will determine if the wife is included.
I feel like I'm having deja vu, like we've done this before.
Yeah, we have.
We have.
Like all of these things deja vu. Okay. So for this one, we want to use a paired sample t-test, right?
Yeah. That's what I think we have. Plug that in. .096.
Do we?
Oh, thanks, Bailey. I gotta check those other things.
I haven't even put data in yet. I just. Do we do the 90 days in column A?
I think we do.
It scared me. Okay.
Are we comparing 90 as variable 1 or 14 as variable 1? I did 14.
That's how I plugged it in, but that was only because that's how the data is. But
Okay.
it looks like the question, though.
I feel like that's how we've done it before.
Is just, I feel like we do it just however it's listed on the spreadsheet, unless the question says otherwise.
Yeah. Because I don't think we have to worry about it until, the very last questions.
Right.
So we didn't learn about it till now, if that makes any sense at all.
So the type of test is not equal to, right?
Yeah.
And then the null hypothesis, we don't have one. So I got 0.0956. I guess 957.
So 0.96.
Yeah.
0.96, okay.
Wouldn't it be 0.09? Yeah, 0.096.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My eyes are getting blurry.
That's too bad we're only a quarter of the way through.
Hopefully.
Right.
So if the P is
A.
high, keep the guy.
Mhm.
And the P is high.
Yes, because the P so B.
Yep. I think so. Bailey, what do you think?
A.
Wait, don't we want to keep it? Because it's high?
Oh, hold on, just let me read it to you again. Based on the results of this, can you say that there is a difference in the cost of airline tickets? So, HO is saying that
They don't cost the same.
no, it's saying that they do cost the same, and HA says that they're different.
Uh-huh.
So we fail to reject.
But he's high, so we keep the guy. So we fail to. You're right.
So we fail to reject it because we don't have enough evidence to suggest that there is a difference.
Okay.
That doesn't make sense.
The question's worded a lot different.
Yeah.
So the null hypothesis says that there is no difference between prices. And then the alternative hypothesis says that there is a difference
Mm-hmm.
in the cost of rental. So because we are failing to reject HO, or the null hypothesis, that means that there is no difference
And that
in
A is
airline
not
prices.
true.
Sorry, say that again.
So HO is true and HA is not. And
Right.
HA is what they're asking about.
Exactly. So that's why I say no.
So it's no, but it is because it's greater than the level of significance. Greg, does that make
Right.
sense to you? That finally just clicked.
No. It makes sense to me, but I don't doesn't make sense with regard to this problem.
I know.
Okay. Yeah. It's a.
But that's okay. I Bailey said it's A, so it's A. I don't.
This way, HO is saying that they're the same, and HA is saying they're different. HO is we're saying HO is correct because we're not rejecting it. So
Yeah.
therefore,
No. Yeah.
it's false, meaning it's no. I think right. Is that logic right, Bailey?
It's just there's so many double negatives here. So since we're failing to reject the null hypothesis, that means we do reject the alternative hypothesis.
Right.
And the alternative hypothesis says that there is a difference in the cost of airline tickets.
Yes,
Okay.
I think. If not,
So no, we can't say that there's a difference.
Yeah.
Does that
Worst
make
case
sense?
scenario, we know that if not, it's B.
Okay, great. Let's go.
I feel 100% agree with that. for 17.
What'd you say, Alex?
C.
C? Okay.
Yeah, because the QQ plot shows that it's on a straight line.
Yeah.
Are you
So which would be
So
more appropriate?
on which question?
Oh, are we on 18? Sorry.
No, you're fine. Are you okay with C on 17?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yeah.
No, you're fine. You're frozen, so I can't see your mouth moving, but I
Oh,
can.
yeah. Sorry.
No, I was like, oh, okay.
This one's either A or C, right?
Mhm. And I think it's A because we're comparing two different sets of data. So data one, variable 1, and variable 2, right?
I think that's right.
So I think it's A.
Let me look at my little chart here. Yeah, I think that's right. A.
A. Okay. Freaking me out, but like I can see your face is frozen. Oh no, now you're not frozen.
Oh,
We're frozen.
yeah.
And I was like, that's creepy.
My kids are probably draining our Wi-Fi watching Netflix.
Probably. Or Fortnite, whatever they choose.
Yeah, whatever it is. Whatever it is, they're draining data.
All of the above. Okay. 19.
I say B.
Yeah. Yeah. I concur.
Yeah, it's either B or D. I think B is more consistent with the other ways they've asked this same question 5,000 times.
Yeah, I sit there sometimes and I go, is this a trick?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I hate these questions.
Me too.
Okay. This is the like n times 1 minus p and then the p times n greater than 10 thing, right?
Oh, yeah, like the hypothesis test requirements.
Yeah. So it's 0.8. So 0.2.
But we don't know n.
No, it's saying what is the smallest value of n that satisfies the requirements to be normally distributed. So it means that n times p, which is 0.8, has to be greater than 10. And then n, and then in brackets 1 minus p has to be greater than or equal to 10. So I think 50. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's 50. but I want you guys to confirm that for me.
Let's go with it. I don't know.
So the way that I get that is because usually the smaller number is whatever 1 minus
Okay. I was looking at the other one. That makes sense.
Yeah, that one. I always go to the other one first because the other one's the other one almost always works out as long as your p-value is greater than like 0.1. Or something. I can't remember.
50, did you say?
Say you do.
So 50 times 1 minus 0.8 is 50 times 0.2, and 50 times 0.2 is 10.
Oh,
Does that make sense? And then 50 times 0.8 is definitely gets you that number that's greater than or equal to 10. But that's as small as you can go because I tried 49 and 49 gets you 9.8 with the 49 times 1 minus p.
so it's just kind of a trial and error kind of thing.
That's how I've done it. I don't know if there's an easier way to do it, but I always find the smallest number, which is always 1 minus p. And then I take that and I figure out, okay, what percentage of a number would give me greater than or equal to 10? And then I try a number below that usually just to make sure to check my math.
Okay. So what I did was I took 0.2, so 1 minus 0.8 equals 0.2, and then divided that by 10, and then I got 50.
Yeah, that works too.
Okay.
Way more concise than mine.
No, I didn't even know that would work.
Okay, 21. Isn't it A? Greg, your screen is frozen like this.
Was it just, I think I was just frozen.
Yeah, just you're frozen. Like your face is frozen like this.
With the furrowed brow.
Yeah, seriously though. Kind of funny.
That's what statistics does to me.
I can't say I blame you. Okay. So for 21, because the sample size is bigger than 30, then it's A, right?
Yes.
Let's go with it.
Okay.
I missed that question.
No, you're fine. Do not bark, Kane. No barking. Is it C?
51.2.
Yeah, I think it's C.
It's either C or D. Because it's not talking about them having the male chromosome. It's talking about determining which proportion, the proportion which contain the chromosomes for the development into a male.
Yeah, I like that. C.
Because it's the difference in all the gametes or the gametes in the sample. I'm fine with C.
Ditto.
Bailey, what do you think?
I agree, either C or D.
Okay.
I think I got this one right last time, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, me neither.
I guess what's confusing me is that it says assume the unknown true proportion is 46.
Mm-hmm.
So P is 0.46, right? But P hat is the sample proportion.
Yep. Of the population, right?
Sample mean of the population, yeah.
So it has to be 51.2. It's just which one is it?
Right. So I'm gonna go with D, but
So why D
if
instead?
you guys want to go with C,
Why
I
would
guess
you?
why? Well, just because P is the sample proportion.
Oh.
It says of the gametes in the sample have the male chromosome.
Yeah, it says assume the unknown true proportion of dog gametes that contain the male chromosome is 46. But it's not talking about gametes sample, it's talking about dogs.
Okay, yeah, you're right. See.
So that makes me think all dogs, but I could be wrong.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yep, I agree. I see now.
I'm happy to be wrong because I probably am because you're usually right.
No. I think I said C, so
Okay.
let's go with that.
If you're wrong, then it's D.
Just question myself.
Oh, guys, okay, I have a question. We're like barely halfway through. Greg, do you have stuff you have to do tomorrow night?
Yeah, I can't do tomorrow night.
Okay.
I could do like tomorrow afternoon.
What time?
Like 5 my time.
Oh, so 6 our time?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you want to keep going and just like
can you do that? Can you stop?
Mm-hmm.
You can you can do like half of it? Oh. Okay. Yeah, that works for me. I mean,
do you guys want to plow through and put in like another hour to an hour and a half?
I personally would rather not, and I'd rather kind of like study a little more. Like I don't feel like I reviewed good enough.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. But Bailey, what's your vote?
No, I agree. If we all go through and study a bit more on chapter 24, then we can go through
Maybe a little
quicker.
Yeah. And then let's meet again tomorrow at 6.
Okay.
So
we'll be able to be done in like an hour.
5 my time.
Is that okay, Greg? Or do you need a little? I can do earlier if you need earlier.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
So do we just close out of this and it'll save
Yeah, we'll just hit at the very bottom page, hit save,
Yeah.
bottom of the page, hit save all responses,
Okay.
and it'll save your page, and then we can come back to it.
Okay, cool.
And I'll
I
just
just realized
what?
we're going to the temple tomorrow night.
Oh no!
Can we
Okay,
do it earlier or is
I can do it earlier, but Bailey, can you do it earlier?
Yeah.
What time would get you to be able to still go to the temple?
Yeah, I guess we could do it earlier. Like 4 our time. That's a little too early.
That would be
But
3,
I mean,
Greg.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let's do 4. I'll probably just work from home tomorrow afternoon, so that's totally fine. I can make that work.
okay.
So
Sorry about
3
that.
my time. No, no worries.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. The temple's important. You got to make those things a priority. So yeah, let's do 3 o'clock Pacific time, 4 o'clock Mountain time.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Okay,
See you
thanks,
then.
guys.
Thank you. Oh, and then are you gonna send the teacher the email about the
Yeah, I'm gonna
PowerPoint?
clear up the language out of it and just make sure all the content's in, and then ask her A, like, is the content we have good enough, and B, what needs to be included in like our actual like recordings so that we can know what to like video record onto each of those and just attach them. Usually what I've done in the past is like you can actually just like send all your like audio recordings to one person and then you can just attach that file to it. I've done that, or one person can do it. I don't know. We can figure it out though.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks guys.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
All right. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.